Thanks for watching AM Northwest. With results from a massive research experiment in our human behavior lab, our first guest says she can teach us how to be more likable. We welcome back the author of Human Lie Detection and Body Language 101, Vanessa Van Edwards. Good to see you.
Happy to be here.
How can you teach us to be more irresistible, more likable?
So, I'm obsessed with this topic. I love memorable people, charisma, and I'm sitting one day, every day at lunch, I watch a TED Talk. And TED Talks, they bring up the best speakers together from around the world, and they speak on ideas. So I'm sitting at lunch and I research leadership. And up pops two talks with coming out the same day of the same month of the same year with similar titles, but one has 40,000 views and one has 20 million.
Wow.
And I look at these talks and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a memorable talk or a memorable person and a not memorable talk? So we decided to study it. We coded hundreds of hours of TED Talks, looking for patterns, differences between the most popular and the least popular. And we found 5 different patterns that makes it predictable. So I was hoping I could teach it. Yes. Okay. So the first one we found very surprising. We asked participants to rank these tops on 3 areas: charisma, credibility, and intelligence. But here was the key. Some of the participants got to watch the entire talk with sound, and some of the poor participants had to watch the talk with no sound at all.
Well, that doesn't seem right.
Yes. So what we were testing was this principle, this idea that nonverbal weighs more, it matters more than verbal. So the only way to do that, I felt bad for these participants. They had to watch this talk and guess.
Right.
We found there was no difference between the ratings of people who had watched the talk with sound and people who watched the talk on mute.
Wow.
Which is crazy. Now, I think this is good news, right? We worry so much about what we're going to say.
Right.
But actually, people decide if they're going to like you, if they're going to think of you as charismatic, or think of you as smart, and it has very little to do with what you actually say. And the second part of this is it happened instantly, and this is where this instant likability comes in.
So non-verbally, they can judge you or like you within seconds.
Within seconds. So in the next trial, we had people watch the entire talk and just the first 7 seconds. And that 7 seconds is really important. Research has found that we do thin slicing. We look at someone in the first few seconds and we decide, is this person someone I can trust? Is this person someone who could lead? And the ratings did not change. Wow. So we decide if we like someone, if we're going to buy from them, if we trust them within the first 7 seconds. So all you have to worry about is that first impression, those first few seconds.
So what do you suggest that we do then in the first 7 seconds?
So here is what we found. There was a distinct difference between the first 7 seconds of the most popular TED Talks and the least popular. The first one we noticed was that hand gestures mattered a lot for charisma and likability.
Oh.
So in the top TED Talks, in 18 minutes, speakers make an average of 465 hand gestures. Now, that's a lot. That's a lot. And by the way, our poor coders had to count every single one.
Oh, no.
Yes, we love them. We love them. We love them. So the bottom TED Talkers in 18 minutes make 272 hand gestures. That's almost half. The reason why this is important.
I think a lot of people avoid making hand gestures thinking that it's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, they'll put them in their lap underneath the desk. Actually, our hands show intention and explanation. So the best TED Talkers, they all do the same thing. You'll notice they come up on stage and they're like, I have a big idea. I want to talk to you about 3 things that are going to change your life. Right?
That's great.
They all do that.
That's great.
And it's like a cue. The brain goes, yay!
Yeah.
Like the brain loves it. And so hand gestures, if you're thinking about your elevator pitch, what I want you to think about is how can you non-verbally explain along with your words. When I'm thinking about these segments, I'm also thinking about that. So hand gestures, not jazz hands.
Right.
Purposeful hand gestures.
Gotcha.
All right. So the second one we found is a little bit harder. It was vocal charisma. So when you notice a speaker has scripted their talk, so if someone says to you, whether they have the most interesting job in the world, oh, I'm an FBI hostage negotiator.
It doesn't sound very exciting.
It doesn't sound very exciting. So that vocal charisma.
You know me, I'd be all over a hostage negotiator.
I know, me too.
I'm ready to listen.
Me too, but it took you a second to go, wait, is this good? Or bad? So even though you said your elevator pitch, what do? A million times, say it like you've never said it before. Because your energy is the cue for other people to decide, how exciting is it? So even like, where are you from? I'm from Portland. instead of from Portland.
Right.
Right.
This is why I don't understand the fascination with the Kardashian clan, because their voices are young like that, and it's like, how does anyone really find them interesting? Because there's nothing interesting.
I think that they're a train wreck, and so we also like to watch train wrecks.
Good point.
Right,
Okay.
and it also makes us feel better than them because we're way more charismatic.
Exactly.
Right.
Gotcha.
So the last one is to make sure that non-verbally speaking, what you want to be able to do is hand gestures, vocal variety, and then you also want to smile. Now, I know that we hear this a lot, so let me preface it. This was actually a surprise to us. Leaders typically smile less.
Oh.
So we were expecting the opposite.
Right.
But what we found was there was a sweet spot of 14 seconds, that even in the most serious talks, the most charismatic, intelligent leaders, they found something to smile about. And so what I encourage you to do is, if you're genuinely happy about something, finding that authentic happiness, that real smile, is way better than a fake or forced smile.
Oh, sure.
So that smile actually does help your intelligence ratings, which was a real surprise to us in the lab. We did not expect to find that.
That is absolutely, all of those things make me want to try it all.
All of it?
All of it. All of it. Vanessa, thank you very much. Body language, human lie detection, and body language 101. We'll put information on our website at k2.com. Always really fun to talk to you. Thank you.
Do you love this video? Then give us some love in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to our channel.